The police's Operation Okae is continuing this weekend. Tonight, officers are in Reiger Park in Ekurhuleni. It's been a bit more than 3.5 years since the launch of this operation, and it's resulted in thousands of arrests for various crimes. To discuss the impact further and what they're aiming to do in Reiger Park, I'm joined by the Gauteng Police Commissioner, Elias Mawela. Commissioner, thank you so much for your time this evening. Friday nights, I've noticed being on the streets over the last month or so, Friday nights are starting to feel like Friday nights used to feel out on the streets before a lockdown and the pandemic became part of our daily lives. What's the sense that you're getting on the streets of Reiger Park, and what are your aims in terms of the crimes that you're hoping to focus on this weekend?
Thank you very much. Good evening to you and good evening to your viewers at home. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to us. Yes, we decided to come down here to Reiger Park. Reiger Park, it looks like a small station, but it's a little bit problematic in that there is a high level of substance abuse. And substance abuse, it leads to serious crimes like assault, common assault, GPH, attempted murder, and robbery aggravating. So we have observed and analyzed the crime situation, and we have seen that the station commander and his team, they are struggling a little bit to bring crime under control in this area. So we descended here to come and address that. And we started with the bang, obviously because of this area, the people, they use too much of the drugs. We have already arrested 2 people who are dealing with drugs, 1 for possession of drugs. And those who are driving under the influence of alcohol, we have already arrested 9 of them. And there is also 1 vehicle which is taken off the road because its engine was tampered with. The night is still very young. We hope to arrest more. The team which we have also deployed inside the suburb, they've closed 2 illegal shebeen thus far.
What is the sense that you're getting from the community in Reiger Park? I mean, I'm looking now just at a report from 2 years ago in 2020 that there was a community summit that was held. The community, hundreds of community members getting together along with the local police leaders to try and come to terms with how they could turn around the crime problem in Reiger Park. What kind of progress do you believe has been made, if any, over the last few years to help a community feel safer again in Reiger Park?
Crime is still a problem, but what we have achieved is that the relationship between the community and the police, it has improved. Even during the briefing, I was seated in the meeting with 3 councillors who joined us and also raised some of the issues which they have observed in their communities here. And obviously, where there is substance abuse, it's always linked and related to the issue of gangsterism. But we have deployed our teams, the anti-gang team, which is operating in this space. We have squeezed the space. Their operation is a little bit minimal, but we don't want to give them enough room to maneuver and continue to do their activities. So we know every time and again we should not lose sight of Reiger Park, because should we do that, gangsterism, it also show an ugly head, and it becomes to be a problem for the residents here.
Give us a sense of what your plans are for the rest of the weekend with Okae. You'll be stationed in Reiger Park. Is it focused mainly on the number of arrests you can make, but is it also part and parcel of doing an outreach to the local community?
Yeah, definitely. We are reaching out to the communities here so that we can mobilize them and encourage them to work with the communities. And also the NGOs and other government organizations which are operating here, including the councillors, we mobilize them to work with us so that they can address the root causes of crime. Because some of the things which makes the people to commit crime here or be involved in criminality is because of lack of basic services. For example, here, they don't have recreational facilities. So it means the children, they must play in the street. If it is not in the street, it's in the backyard, and that's where you also experience the child abuse, the domestic violence, and all sexual offences related incidents in this particular area. And we mustn't forget that there is also the informal settlement around this Reiger Park, your Ramaphosa area. When you look at the environmental design of that area, it's also worrisome. It clearly shows that policing in that area, it's so difficult. The streets are not so much accessible. Some of the houses, they don't even have numbers. You can see that the condition, the living condition of the people there, it's of great concern for us. And if other government departments, they don't come on board and address those ones, we as the police will continue fighting a losing battle, because if the root causes of crimes are not being addressed, it becomes a challenge for us.
Very powerful note to leave it on there. Thank you so much, Police Gauteng Commissioner Elias Mawela. Very important point there about the lack of safe recreational facilities, especially for our families and for our children in areas like Reiger Park or like many other South African suburbs and towns where crime is a day-to-day problem.